Hi friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with C6 Stitch, and today is Saturday, July 6, 2024. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm really glad that you're here spending part of your day or your evening or your holiday weekend if you're in the US with me. So let's get into it. It was the 4th of July on Thursday, which everywhere else they're like, yeah, duh, that's the date. In the US, it's known as Independence Day. Anyway, I didn't do anything. I took a nap. Did I take a nap? I think I took a hard, long, 3-hour nap. It was glorious. The fireworks were okay. The kitties get terrified of them. Although Simon was a very brave boy this year, and he did come down at some point and sit with me. He was on alert, but he wasn't hiding. So that was good, but I didn't really do anything on the 4th of July. This was, if you're new here, hi, hello, how are you? I am an 11-month employee, contracted employee at my job. I work at a college where I teach, and I am the pre-health advisor, so I help students. I have my iced coffee. We'll get to that in a minute. I help pre-health students who are interested in going into any of the health professions. I help them kind of navigate that process. Because I'm an 11-month employee, I get the month of July off. So this is my first week off for the month. I can't believe it's been a week already. I started painting my bedroom. That's been my big goal for the month, is to get my bedroom and my primary bathroom painted. I'm taking it slow. I'm just doing my goal was just do a wall a day and then, prepping and painting and all that. It's just white. It's the same color that's back here. So it's not, I was telling my friend, yeah, I'm painting. She's like, oh, I want to see what color you chose and all this. And I'm like, you're going to be really disappointed in me. It's literally this color, which I like. I mean, it makes it look, my hands are getting cold now. It makes it look very fresh and clean. So I got the two easiest walls painted this week. Actually, I got both done in one day. So that was good. And then it got really hot. We're in a heat wave. I live in the Pacific Northwest, where they track the number of days it gets over 90, because it's not, part of why I moved here was for the cooler summers. So many people out here, in fact, it is not uncommon to not have air conditioning out here, because most of the time you don't really need it. I am very fortunate that this house I moved into 3 years ago has air conditioning already installed. This is the first home I've lived in the Pacific Northwest that had AC, and I'm very thankful, because the first year, my very first summer here, I'd lived here for maybe a month, maybe 6 weeks, and we had the hottest recorded temps ever in this area of 116 degrees. It was like a heat dome from Arizona that came up. Anyway, we're in another heat wave of about 5 days where temps are going to be over 100 degrees. Well, I think yesterday it only got to 98, which for us is very hot, especially considering a lot of people don't have AC. And so my bedroom gets the afternoon sun, even with curtains closed and stuff. So it gets really hot in there during the day. So I was like, I'm not painting in there with paint. And no, we're just not doing that. So I'm taking a pause on painting, and I'm doing other projects around the, decluttering, that sort of thing. So I did my kitchen cabinets this week, which felt really good. I have a friend who lives in a neighborhood that they do my neighborhood doesn't do it. I don't know why, but I have a friend who lives in a neighborhood and they do a big neighborhood garage sale at the end of July. And I've been saving up all year, finding stuff to put in boxes and stuff. So, and now I'm doing this big decluttering, for the garage sale at the end of this month. So it feels really good. And I'm going to be decluttering other areas. I have a under the stairs spot. I have my buffet that I'm going to be That's today's project, is decluttering the buffet. Because it's going to be over 100 today. And I think Monday and Tuesday it's supposed to be 104, 105. This is Arizona type, and where we don't need that. You can take it back, okay? I don't know what that is in Celsius. I'm so sorry. But you could look it up and do a Fahrenheit to Celsius translation. It's hot. Regardless, it's hot. And yes, we are a dry heat. We don't have the humidity, but there's a certain point where it's just hot. And I don't like the heat. I am a fall winter girly. Okay, you know what else? I changed my background. It does look a little barren, I'm not going to lie, after seeing the previous one for a while. I know I got the snail. I know that's maybe more spring, and maybe he'll be in the spring next year, the spring scene, if you will. I don't have a lot of summer, I'm realizing. What I do have, what is missing, because I have it here because I wanted to show it to you up close, is Tutor B. This is by the Blue Flower, is the chart. It was finished by my friend Tammy, who I'll talk about here in just a minute. This I started March 27th in 2022, and I finished it June 24th, 2023. Tammy finished it with this beautiful, like, velvet backing. I stitched this on 32 count vintage country mocha. I love it. I love the way it turned out. It took me a total of 23 hours to stitch. So that will go right behind us. So let me pause. Let me put this back, and then I'll be right back. I'm back. So I saw my friend Tammy this week. We had breakfast, and that usually means that she has finished some pieces for me, which is super fun. So I have 3 pieces to show you. Tammy is in Salem, Oregon. She's a stitchy friend of mine. I met her at the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit in 2022, I believe. Yes, 2022. And she has a finishing business. So I'll leave her contact information in the description box below if you want to reach out to her. She finishes things for people all over. I love her finishing. I think she does a great job. A lot of times I just say, sometimes, a couple of times I've said, I want it to look just like the picture, and she's done just that. Sometimes I say, I don't have anything in mind. Do whatever you think is looks good or whatever. And sometimes it's somewhere in the middle. Anyway, this is the first piece. This is Red Berry Wreath by Elizabeth Needlework Designs. It was in the Just Cross Stitch ornament, Christmas ornament issue from 2018. This is the bead that my friend Margaret sent to me all the way from Australia. Because I think it's like no longer being made, that center bead. And she said she had it and she would ship it to me. And she shipped me this whole box full of like snacks and goodies and all this. Snacks are long gone. But Tammy finished, she made this braid out of DMC and then the backing. And she even attached the button for me. I just gave it all to her and said, here. So this is just stitched on a 16 count white chocolate Aida. I started it July 8th, 2020 when I did Jolly July. Like I started, I think 12 projects. And I finished it May 16th, 2021. And it took me 3.5 hours. It's just a really quick stitch. It is so cute. And then since 2021, it's been sitting in my drawer. And so this is the joy of having Tammy finish things. Because now you could use it as an ornament. I'm not sure where I'm going to hang it up yet, but you can use it as an ornament or just hang it on a hook somewhere. So that is Red Berry Wreath. Next up, I have my cheat note cards here. Next up is, this is called Looking Out by Floss and Fleece. Look at that. This one is stitched on 14 count Blue Blizzard Opal Aida. It has a little sparkle. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see a little bit. This one was okay to stitch on. I don't remember it being as difficult as Glitter Houses. I started this also that same July 7th, 2020, and I finished it May 18th, 2022. This took me 15.5 hours to finish, and it is from the Christmas Ornament Just Cross Stitch 2019 issue. And then the back that she did is that. So I love it, and it has a little bell. And it has a little dongle in the bell. Look how she matched perfectly the blue with the, or it's like a blue-green and the red. Like, I would never think those two colors go together. But then when I saw it, my jaw dropped because I was like, oh my gosh, that is stunning. So she did that, which I love. I have all these Christmas pieces. I really clearly need more like spring and summer. Okay, and then the last piece she made is, this is called City Sidewalks by Glendon Place. I stitched this on 14 count Blue Blizzard Opal Ada. And look at this finish. It is a flat fold. And then here's the backing fabric, Starry Night type. And she picked a beautiful like royal blue for the cording. I put the snowflake buttons on instead of stitching snowflakes in. I thought it gave it a little more dimension. This one I also started July 13th, 2020 and finished May 23rd, 2022. This is also from the Christmas Ornament edition of Just Cross Stitch magazine. This is from the 2018 issue, and this took me 20 hours to finish. The chart is by Glendon Place, in case I didn't say that. So I love this. So this can sit up on its own. So we'll definitely have it in the background when we get to that season. So again, Tammy, she has a Flosstube. Her Flosstube is Woodland Stitching Studio. So I'll leave a link to her Flosstube down below, and she's been on my channel a few times. And I'll leave her email address where you can reach out to her if you want any finishing done. She's also the finisher for Acorns and Threads. So that is what I have. Okay, so stitching. So it's going to be a pretty short video because I just filmed on Monday, so there's not a ton to show, but definitely some things. Okay, first up, we are doing Tour de France, which is through Full Coverage Fanatics on Facebook, where we stitch the number of stitches that the Tour de France bicyclists are riding in kilometers each day. So this is kind of my 25/7 piece, only it's taking much more time than 25 minutes a day. This is Cat Alphabet, artwork by Irina Garmashova, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I am that very first block. I am working on the kitty cat that looks like my Simon. So I don't know if you can even tell any difference. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of color completing within the kitty cat. So you can see like we've done some of this fill in here and we've kind of gone all over the cat. I got in, since I saw you last, 916 stitches. I'm still behind by, I think a couple hundred stitches because I missed the first 2 days, but that's okay. I'll make it up. There's 2 rest days coming up, which I just won't take. When I started this month, we started at 3.85%, and at the end of this week, I am now at 4.14% done with the whole piece. I don't know if you can tell any difference, but yeah, we're doing some fill-in here. So my goal is kind of to get this cat done this month. Would that be great? That would be so nice if we could get that cat done or nearly done. So that is Cat Alphabet. I know many of you are excited to see it come back out, as am I. I know it's a favorite of a lot of ours. So that was really fun. I haven't finished, you guys. I know. Don't yell at me. I finished Glitter Houses. You're like, what? But you were just starting on number 7. Yeah. I haven't even ironed it, as you can see. I'm done. I did indeed start on number 7. It's a mess. If you've been with me, you know I hate this fabric. I hate it. I can't see the holes in it. This is a 32 count natural silver linen. The glitter is gorgeous, and that's why it's called Glitter Houses, because you stitch it on the fabric. The charts are great. I would have no problem stitching this if it was a different fabric. And I see why, like it does add sparkle, and there is some Krynic in it as well. I just couldn't do it. Number 7 was so messed up. I would have to rip out everything I had done because it's just messed up somehow. I didn't have the patience. I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm done. So I'm like, I have 6 done. Whoops, that could be a finish right there. So I don't know if Melanie's going to count this because I didn't technically finish all 9 charts like I said I would for Year of Whips. So if she doesn't allow it, that's fine. But I just couldn't do it anymore. I just wanted to be done with it. So, okay. So here is where we're at. That will be the piece. It's cute as it is, I think, if you don't know that there's 3 more charts below it. So that's where I'm at. It's officially done. This one I started January 1st, 2021. Technically, I finished chart 6 January 12th of this year. So that's going to be my finish date because that's when I finished block 12. And block 6. Through block 6, it took me 85 hours to work on. And I'm over it. So, done. Second finish of the year. I'm done. And I'm very happy and at peace with that decision. So, there you go. Would I stitch it again on different fabric? Maybe. I'm not saying no, but unlikely, but it's not a definite no. How about that? Okay, so that's Glitter House. 6 out of 9 blocks. Done. We're calling it. So because of that, I was able to give Pluribus Unum a couple extra days because I had slotted glitter houses for 3 days this week. And the first day I started, and I was like, I don't want to do this. This is terrible. I did stitch the first whole day. I did get 3 more hours done on it. And I was like, I don't want to do this. This house is not turning out. Like, I can't see the fabric. So then when I decided I'm just done, the next day, so I had 2 extra days to give to Pluribus Unum, and I'm super glad I have that because it's taken a little bit longer than I thought. Like, I mean, it's definitely going faster now that I have the Field of Stars done, but this is what I'm talking about. Jan Hicks creates Pluribus Unum. I am not putting the words in. Well, I started putting the words in, and now I'm taking them out. I have done this Field of Stars, and I'm just working on the stripes. This color, there's a stripe right here. It's hard to see. It's like a white. And it's also very hard to see on my fabric, so I actually changed that color. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Eggnog by Color and Cotton. It was the November 2021 Fabric of the Month Fabric Club. Okay, so here's where I'm at. So this was supposed to be the white stripe, and I just changed it to a pink that was over here. So yeah, I mean, I got quite a bit done. I still have to finish this row. I think there's 1 or 2 more rows in here, and then bring the rest of these down. They all end at like different lengths. We're getting there. I have put 4 days in on this. I have it slated for, I think I'm just going to work on this till it's finished. I'm thinking 2 more days of work, and I should get it done. So my goal is that you'll see a finish next week, is what I'm hoping. Because this would be then my 3rd finish for Year of Whips and this year. No, yeah, 3rd finish for Year of Whips. So it's going well. It is very interesting. I love what she did with all the colors. I would have maybe chosen a darker fabric had I thought about it to really get that lighter, but I think it looks good. You can see this is kind of like, I thought about using this color over here, but I did. You could see it better in person. It's looking a little quiet on the film, on the video, but you could see it better in person. So this is where we're at. This is counting for the E in the monthly acrostic, which is jet ski. So E for Pluribus Unum. So that's where we're at. So that's good. So I'm motivated to get that done, and that will feel really, really good. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you'll see another finish next week. Okay, I have one thing for haul other than the things that Tammy gave me. I got my Floss Frenzy. It's Weeks Dye Works Floss of the Month Club from Fat Quarter Shop. We're in the G's. We have Grape Ice, which is this like lilac-y purple. Grapevine, which is this kind of like dirty brown there. Grapefruit, which is this pretty like coral. Graphite, which is this kind of bluish gray. Grasshopper, which is the green. And then gray, which is this kind of, it almost looks brown. I think these colors are so pretty when you put them together. That's not what they're doing. They're just going in alphabetical order. But that's all I have for haul this week. Giveaways. I have a couple giveaways. So let's do some giveaways for next week. We don't have any to draw for this week. Okay. I've had this in my giveaway pile for a while, and I think now is just as good a time as any since we just gave away a bunch of Just Cross Stitch magazines. Let's give away. This is the Halloween. This is from 2022. This is not the current issue. This is from 2022. It is a little wrinkled down here at the bottom, but you can still see everything just fine. So Just Cross Stitch 2022 Special Collector's Edition. I will mail it anywhere in the world. Say Halloween. I'm sure I have a flip through of this if you go a couple years back. I keep meaning to make a flip through, what do you call it? A flip through section on my channel, but I haven't done that yet. So say Halloween if you want to stitch this, or if you want to stitch everything in it, or if you want to get it. There's some good stuff in here. Okay, so there's that. Speaking of flip throughs, I uploaded 2 flip throughs this week, and I know it's a holiday week, so but just know that they are there for your viewing pleasure. One of them is the current issue of the Halloween special edition. The other one I want to give away, I picked up off the freebie table at StitchCon. It is called A Gobble Couple, Patrick and Molly O'Gobble by Ori TM. This is 157 stitches by 79 stitches. So it's like a St. Patrick's Day turkey thing. You could also change it if you didn't want to do it St. Patrick's Day. You could put a different motif in here and take out the pot of gold and change the colors if you wanted to. If you want this, again, I will stitch this. I will send this anywhere in the world and say gobble. 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 Okay, so that's it for giveaways. Now, plans. So my plans are continuing to work on Cat Alphabet for Tour de France. Continue working on Pluribus Unum until it's finished, another day or two. We are going to pull out Summer Montage. I keep showing this. We've only worked on it once, I think, once or twice. Summer Montage, artwork by Janet Stever, charted by Pain Free Crafts, and we're in this first block up here with the rows. And here is what it looks like, just for your reference. So I think when I pull it out tomorrow, I think we're going to work in here, get some fill in down here, get some fill in, so that we could kind of bring it out here. So kind of focusing on these spaces down in here. Okay, then we're going to, so for Jolly July, my plan, it's not super working out this year, but it's okay. My plan is picking basically 4 Christmas winter pieces and stitching on them for 5 days each. You saw with Glitter House, well, Pluribus Unum is kind of taking over, but Glitter Houses, I'm just done with it. But so this coming week, we are going to be working on Mini Marvels, which is also my year of whips. I don't know that I will get it done. I don't think I will get it done this month, but we'll bring it out later in the year. It is from The World of Cross Stitching, issue 315. I think I would have that memorized by now. This is designed by Jenny Vandeweel. And that is what it looks like. And so essentially I have to fill in the skating rink and I have this whole quarter to do and then this bottom border. So, and I'm stitching this just on a 32 or 28 count Dove Gray. I love this one so much. So that's where I'm at. So I think it can get done this year. I think we'll make some good progress if we work on it 4 or 5 days this week, depending on what happens with Pluribus Unum. And that will count for the theme for this month. The magazine monthly challenge is in the water. And so it'll count for that because there's a pond. And if the pond wasn't frozen, those ice skaters would be in the water. And it also counts for the eye and jet ski for ice skating. So yeah, so otherwise this week, our heat wave is supposed to last through Tuesday or Wednesday before it finally cools down. And by cools down, it's still going to be like low 90s, which for us is still very hot. So eventually I will get back to painting. In the meantime, I'll just keep doing my other decluttering around the house. I have under the stairs. I have the buffet. I have a long list of projects to do. A lot of them are outside too. So hopefully this heat wave breaks and we can get back to like full on work. But we're having fun. We're doing well. We're getting some sleep, not sleeping great at night still, but able to sleep in the mornings, which is really helpful. So I hope you had a great 4th of July weekend. I hope you stayed safe. If you're in a heat wave, I know a lot of areas are in heat waves. I know there's a lot of wildfires in like California. Please stay safe, keep hydrated, and I will see you all next week. Bye. Okay, I'm back. I was just editing this video and I realized I forgot to tell you, especially if you're in the US, I also went to Joann's yesterday because DMC Floss is on sale. It's 50 cents a skein. And it's through Sunday, through July 7th. So if you need floss, I picked up a bunch. I forgot to share it in haul just because it's in a different spot. But if you are needing DMC floss to kit up a project or just to add to your stash, now is a good time to do it. I actually think I'm going to go back. I get a teacher discount. And during July, at least, if not into August, the teacher discount is 30%. So it's a great deal. They let me use that on the floss. So 50 cents a skein if you down from the regular price of 66 cents. So if you have a Joann's near you, I think it's worth the trip. So I just wanted to make sure that you all knew that through July 7th. All right, bye.